Hi, everyone. Welcome to the ATYL live stream on a Wednesday night. And I guess happy off season. We're officially in the off season. The awards banquet is done for NASCAR. Phoenix is over. And trust me, we're going to talk about it here. I'm calling it NASCAR Festivus. We're going to grieve all or air our grievances. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But we have a lot to talk about, quite honestly. And we also have some awards to give out for the ATYL NASCAR Awards. I am joined by Adam Lucas, Dom Joseph, and Buddy Foley. Good to see you, buddy.
I made it.
You made it. We're here.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and kick this off. Welcome back, Taylor.
Oh, thank you. Wow. What a
So glad
this
you're back.
has been. No. I appreciate everyone in the chat saying welcome back. It's been a journey. It really has been, but excited to be here, excited to talk NASCAR, and excited to just give out some awards that, quite frankly, are meaningless, but they mean so much to us. But yeah, so Buddy, you missed the first part of this. What I'm trying to say here is this is going to be NASCAR Festivus for like the first 10 minutes of this. We're going to air our grievances. And I want you all in the comments to air your grievances as well as we talk about kind of everything during the championship weekend. Let's start with a positive here. Let's start with the positive. Truck Series Championship race. Luckily here, we had, I'm going to say the right driver win this. Corey Heim, dominant season, gets the championship with a 7-wide move. A 7-wide move. Absolutely crazy to take what was rightfully his. I got to say a shout out to Rob Braining, first off, for designing the championship logos for Tricon and them. Like, such a cool designer dub for him. But Dom, first off, you were there in Phoenix. So how was that experience and how was it seeing all that?
I mean, first of all, it was awesome to be back at championship weekend. The first time I did it was at Homestead in 2017 as a intern in college. So it was really cool to get back to Phoenix. Last time I was there was spring of 24. It's a completely different vibe for championship. It's so cool. It's so awesome. And just how many fans were there. So great.
Yeah.
But let's go to the Truck Series race. It looked like it was going to be Corey's race, and shout out to Ty Majeski for keeping him honest almost the entire race, regardless of what we wanted the outcome to be. ThorSport Racing brought a good piece in the 98 truck. But oh my goodness gracious. Caution comes out with 3 to go, and it's Connor Mozak firing a nuclear warhead at the point system, trying to create chaos. But Corey Heim pulled off, I think Zach Sterniolo and I were saying this in Victory Lane. He pulled off the mother and father of all moves for the championship. So kudos to him. He was not going to be denied for a 3rd straight year. You could argue he should be a 3-time champion, but awesome to see him win it the way he did.
And I think the crazy thing, Happy over there. Hello, Happy. The crazy thing, I think, with the way Corey won his championship, too, is that tire call to take 4 tires on that final restart. We were all on Twitter, online, wherever we were, just saying, why would you do that? This was Friday night. Let's talk about this being Friday night for a second here. The 4-tire call. Adam, did you think that was going to work out at all?
Well, unfortunately, I did not get to watch it live, but I was able to watch the replay on my DVR Saturday morning, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be the move that screws him out of yet another championship? However, it did not, and it was beautiful. It was awesome. It was glorious. The right driver won in this goofy format.
No, absolutely phenomenal job by Corey Heim all season long. I mean, you also saw from NASCAR Insights on Twitter too, they posted like all these stats, and he led in almost every single statistical category besides, like, I don't know, there was like a few that he didn't lead it, but I was like, it was crazy.
Toyota beat him out for the manufacturer title. Sorry.
It was categories that were irrelevant because he was already kicking everyone else's ass, so it didn't really matter.
Right. Yeah, no, it was crazy. But yeah, no. So Corey Heim, congrats to him. We'll move on to the Xfinity series because this is where the heartbreak starts, you guys. This is where even Happy's heartbroken. I know. Like, it was just so disappointing to see how that all played out. Now, obviously, Jesse Love, in my opinion, had the car to beat that race. Obviously, Justin Allgaier is really good at Phoenix. He was pretty good the first half, and then just a fire lit under that 2 car. And it was theirs to lose at one point. Jesse Love is your 2025 Xfinity Series champ. Obviously, though, the storyline here, unfortunately, is not necessarily who won the championship, even though the emotion there was crazy for his family, for Jesse Love and stuff like that. But it's who didn't. Connor Zilic denied of a championship after a record-breaking season of wins and just statistical greatness. Buddy, as somebody who has talked a lot about Connor Zilic on this platform, thoughts on seeing how all of that played out?
Well, bold of you to pick me to lead off this conversation. Everyone knows my feelings on Connor Zilic. Not a fan. My heart broke for him. I mean, no matter what, above all, we're fans of drivers, sure, but we're also fans of the sport first and foremost.
Yeah.
And what was good for the sport was that Connor Zilic won that championship, and he did not. Now, that being said, what's good for the sport in the immediate time that we're in now might have not been as good for the future of the sport, meaning maybe it was a little bit of the push we needed to move in a better direction that we were already moving in. But still, overall, I mean, just say what you want about Connor. I have all year, but one of the greatest seasons in NASCAR history, and yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie, it's a shame.
And one of your favorite drivers, buddy, Kevin Harvick, had talked about on his podcast how he's like, if Connor Zilic or Corey Heim don't win the championship, it's embarrassing for the sport. After the race, for the Xfinity Series race, Kevin Harvick posted a dumpster on fire gif. So it kind of explains the thoughts right there. I haven't listened to his latest episode to kind of talk through his thoughts on the championship weekend. Hope to listen to that sometime this week.
Kevin Harvick, forever and always my driver.
I'm like, I'm sure he goes into depth in all these conversations. But no, I mean, Kevin's right. It's kind of frustrating. And I'm looking at some of your comments here before we go over to Adam to talk more about this here. But just talking about how the 88 was kind of just off uncharacteristically, I feel like for Zilic too in the playoffs. I don't know if it was pressure. I don't know if just the equipment just wasn't there at that time. But I feel like he kind of fell off a little bit towards the middle end of the playoffs, kind of. Obviously, had that Roval win and stuff like that. But I just felt like that's where things started to just come undone for that team. This is also something very big too that I was going to talk about later when we talk a little bit more about just 2 quick pieces of news after we talk about these championship races. But what's worse is that Connor did not win the title. He can't test for hypercar. He can still test in IMSA, which is great. But a few things that he probably wanted to do during the offseason now can't, because despite his incredible stats, doesn't have the championship. So just kind of unfortunate there. But Adam, from your perspective, just talk about the disappointment for Connor Zilic, and even talk about the other championship 4 that we had, even Jesse Love.
I mean, it was going to be JRM's day for 75%, and then it wasn't. Yeah, I could say that me being at the Roval and seeing Connor win might have started the beginning of the end. Because he put a lot of heart and soul into that burnout. I ain't gonna lie. I went back and watched the video that I took, and I mean, that would have been awesome to see in Phoenix, but unfortunately, it was just not meant to be. And the sheer irony is his best friend ended up winning it all. So, like that's almost like an insult to injury, personally, for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gutted doesn't even sound like the right word. Numb. There was a lot of bourbon drank that night. We'll put it that way. Just trying to drown my feelings and just like you feel for the kid. I mean, he's literally a kid. He can't even have any bourbon. Speaking of that,
right?
But like, yeah, damn, just really
pour one out.
Yeah, just gutted. And especially now that he can't test for hypercar. I mean, it would have been cool to see him test in the hypercar, but I think IMSA is a good consolation prize.
Yeah.
I feel like where we are with the state of motorsports in North America, I feel like IMSA is having a really big turnip as of late. So hey, the sky is the limit. He might be able to sneak something in with a Rolex 24 ride. That would be awesome if he could. Speaking of IMSA, so yeah, I gutted for him. Hell of a season. Can't wait to see him in the Cup Series. Buddy, close your ears. I think we know what car he's taking, or at least what number he's taking, but we won't go into that. So yeah, that's how I feel. Kind of,
Yeah,
bad taste in my mouth.
That's exactly it. It's just, you kind of feel like the Xfinity Series race left a bad taste in your mouth. But I do think it's so important to note this, and the same thing goes for the Cup Series race, which we'll talk about in a second. Don't hate the player, hate the game, is what I'm saying. There is a driver that is ecstatic that he just got his first championship. His father, his mom, his girlfriend, that crying, excited for him. There is a team that has worked their asses off all season long to be in a position to get to this point with the format we're in. And so their excitement is very valid. Their championship, to me, this is just my personal opinion now, because some people don't think it is, but the championship's valid in the format. They did what they had to do. They won the race, a second race win of the year for Jesse Love, but won the race and got the championship. And if you watched the NASCAR awards, you saw how emotional he was, how close he is with his crew chief, and just so and sincere congrats to him for sure. Obviously, though, from the emotional side of things and looking at season-long stats, you feel a little different about it. I'm curious, Dom, from your perspective, being at the track, what was the vibe when Connor Zilisch lost? And I'm curious for you, what was the vibe, if it was the same, when Denny Hamlin lost the Cup Series championship?
So first things first, Jesse Love did exactly what Tyler Reddick did in 2018,
Yes.
win the season opener, win the season finale, be the champion. And Christopher Bell took care of everything in between for him. But yeah, it really was one of those where it's like, yep, this is what we were afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the big difference from Saturday to Sunday is we knew by halfway Zilisch had the third best car of the four. And it was going to be, if we were being completely honest with ourselves, it was going to be between Allgaier and Love for the Xfinity Series championship. So, I mean, say what you want about who deserved it more. Regardless, Richard Childress Racing brought a great piece to Phoenix and took care of business. And Jesse Love drove extremely motivated. He was the lone wolf compared to the other three who were Junior Motorsports teammates, and carried the banner for RCR. And they're the Xfinity Series champions. Connor Zilisch, yeah, he deserves it, but he's not the champion. Didn't bring the right piece for Phoenix. Thanks to the point system for that. It is what it is. Sunday.
Yeah, let's get into that.
It's almost like before we get into Sunday.
We landed into Charlotte at 10 o'clock at night on Monday, and I was still numb. This was, if you've ever seen the movie Friday Night Lights, this is the Permian Panthers about to pull off the big victory that they've been dying for. They've been wanting that state title forever, dive for the end zone, and they're stopped at the goal line. And everything was right in front of them until it wasn't. It's just Denny. I say this a lot about the Cleveland Browns, but Denny snagged defeat from the jaws of victory. Just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's a heartbreaker.
I've never heard that one.
That's good.
Yeah. That goes to show you how many times I've watched the Browns break my heart. But it's unprecedented. I've never seen something like this in recent memory, where the guy who has been trying so hard for so long to get this trophy had the best car. The last 25 laps, the gap was growing every lap. They were not catching him. He was getting away from them. It wasn't like, let's sustain the lead, let's keep this gap. That he was running away. And then Byron's tire goes flat. And it's just, what can you do? What can you do?
Take two tires. That's what you can do.
And there's a few things going on with this that I want to talk about here. But Adam, did you have like a comparison with this?
Well, It really doesn't matter now, but it almost feels like, trying to compare the other championships to when we were trying to Jimmy proof the chase format back in the day. But like I said, it doesn't really matter now, especially now that we're going into the unknown of what
Right.
2026 is going to have. But yeah, I agree with Dom. I haven't felt that numb after a race since, God, it's been, I don't even know if I have felt that numb. I'm not even a Denny Hamlin fan, and I felt numb.
It goes to show the impact that this had, even industry-wide. Denny Hamlin got a standing ovation at the NASCAR Awards after answering a question from Adam Alexander. If that tells you what the industry thinks of how this weekend went down, even when Kyle Larson is saying, still, like when he was doing his interviews and stuff after the championship, I'm surprised I won. You don't want your champion to say that they're surprised they won it. I just don't feel like that's a great look. But at the same time, that's not on Kyle Larson or the 5 team. They did what they had to do. They are following the rules. They're in the format. They didn't take 4 tires. They took 2 and were able to get better track position. Like, it is what it is. And I mentioned this earlier that we'd come back to this, but the Corey Heim situation where they took 4 tires, we thought it was a bad call, but he was able to take it 7 wide and he was able to win the race, win the championship. Having that knowledge for Denny Hamlin and Chris Gale as crew chief, they thought that that was the right call at the time. So when you boil it all down to Sunday, part of it's the format, right? And our expectations of that final race and how it should play out. If the driver's the most dominant, they should win, right? The other part is overtime rule. It bit Denny Hamlin in this case. The other part of this, though, is crew chief error in the sense where the call just wasn't the right call. And you have all these things factor in. But then I know Buddy mentioning the overtime rule too. Yeah. It helps drivers, it hurts drivers. And even too, the playoff format has helped Denny Hamlin. It's hurt Denny Hamlin. Look at his round of 8. If there wasn't a win and you're in with the playoff format we have, I don't think Hamlin would have advanced. You know what I mean? So there's so many things in play, but Buddy, I'll let you take the floor here.
Yeah, and I joke about the pit call. In the moment I thought it was the right pit call, and I think a lot of people thought it was the right pit call. Because I mean, you take 2 tires. Yes, obviously you're gonna be out ahead of Larson, but I mean, you want to put the ball in Denny's court and put him on offense, and you know you don't want him heads up with Larson, and so, it was a call that didn't end up working out. I'm trying to recall what I texted you the other day, Taylor, about where we were trading entertainment for
entertainment.
Well, I just look at, I look at, things like overtime in this playoff format, and it's entertaining in the moment, and it's like junk food. That's what I said. We've nurtured this moment and this storyline all year long, and for Denny for 20 years. I mean, I think anybody that's been watching the sport, where he came on the scene, won that Bud shootout. I still remember that night, and it's just like this is a hot shoe. And, up and down on, whether I like Denny or not, at the end of the day, it was going to be a moment in time like Earnhardt's 598, where that's going to be replayed and that's going to live on, and that's going to have long-standing value beyond tonight or Sunday night. Kyle Larson winning a championship, yes, it that also has value, but it's not
the storyline.
Like I said, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a storyline that I guess, and it's not all about storylines. Let's be clear too. It's not all about that, but it's just, it felt icky. It felt icky. Like it just, no matter if Kyle scored the most points or, what format we have, it just, it felt icky.
And some of y'all in the comments are that way. Matthew, thanks for the super chat. Even as a Larson fan, I actually felt more shocked and uncomfortable watching the aftermath with Denny, get rid of the stupid elimination format. Ravaging Wolverine, kind of like what we talked about too. To be fair, Denny also benefited from the playoff system this year. And even when it's all said and done, you even look at the points, and Larson accumulated the most points this year too. So it is Larson at the end of the day, even if you, I know it can vary also. So,
Well,
yeah.
The problem I have with the argument that Denny benefited from the argument's not that Kyle Larson didn't deserve this championship. Kyle Larson 100% deserved this
1000%.
championship,
It's the way
that's
it got taken away from
that's
Denny.
The way.
that's a different kind of deserved than Jesse Love. I'm sorry, like if we're
100%.
it,
Yeah.
and I also, me and Taylor talked about this the other day too. It's not that it almost feels worse because we know Kyle deserved it, and it's like the feeling we have isn't necessarily like it's weird because it's not like Denny got robbed by a Joey Logano who finished, who had a 17.1 average finish. It just,
they were so even. Like any one of those championship four was deserving.
exactly
They were statistically the best.
And he lost because of the sole reason why this playoff, well, not the sole reason, but one of the main reasons why this playoff system doesn't work. He lost because he couldn't get through the traffic of effectively NPCs in the race. I mean, let's be real. Let's be 100% real. None of those guys, Leak Diffie's call showed it. We didn't give a damn about any of those guys, but they played a factor, and that's why this playoff system doesn't work, and that's why it was so gut-wrenching, because it wasn't really out of or in Denny's control.
Right. And it was crazy too. We didn't even realize that Ryan Blaney had won it until a few moments afterwards. We're like, oh, Ryan Blaney won the race. Isn't that cool? Again, it's because the championship format, you focus it so hard on those four drivers, which, by the way, ran a fantastic race. Kudos to Chase Briscoe. All the adversity he faced, and to still have had a shot at it at the end. I mean, they were 3 or 4 wide in one of the last restarts. I mean, it was, I will say, as awful as the race ended in terms of how it made us feel, that was one of my favorite championship races we've seen in a while, where everyone was competitive, didn't love the tires blowing, but also I think the teams pushed the limits a little too much there. So I don't think it's totally a good year thing. If anything, it's not at all.
It's like a hard night of drinking. It's real fun in the moment, and it may get you somewhere, but damn it, you're playing with fire on whether or not you're gonna have a hangover in the morning, and some of the guys did. Yeah, before we get off of it, I want to give flowers to Kyle Larson.
Please,
because as much as we all, or most of us, wanted Denny Hamlin to win the championship, Kyle Larson, this is still a good thing. I mean, think about how we look back at Jimmy Johnson and his 7 championships and the dynasty that was. I know I hated Jimmy Johnson for a long time because of how dominant he was, but it's ultimately one of those things you look back on and you're like, wow, that was special. And I think that's something that we could be seeing with Kyle Larson, especially if this format changes and we see the full potential of that 5 team. We could be looking at another dynasty in the making.
And to kind of close this out too, talking about Kyle Larson for a second, what the 5 team has proved they're good at time and time again is overcoming adversity. This season for them, not just performance-wise at some points, but even personally for them, has been a lot of adversity. I know John Edwards was a phenomenal PR representative or public relations rep for Hendrick Motorsports for years, a friend to many in the media, friend to just so many in the industry, period. And they lost him earlier this year, and it left a hole in the team. I mean, it was a very personal loss to many. And what was so cool afterwards is they all did a toast to John after the press conference in the media center, which I thought was really cool. So for them to have to overcome the struggles in the summer months with the performance and so many things. I mean, Cliff Daniels said after the race too on the motorsport.com and Yahoo Sports live stream that they did was how we won this championship is kind of indicative of our season. We didn't stop. It was kind of ugly, but I mean, we did what we had to do. We did not stop fighting. So with that said too, again, we want to reiterate, this is not to discredit Kyle Larson's championship, not to discredit Jesse Love. They are deserving, earning champions. It's just the feeling we felt, you know?
Yeah.
So with
Hate
that,
the game, not the players.
yeah,
Yeah.
hate the
Kyle
game,
Larson,
not the players.
that 5 team, they put lipstick on a pig and made bacon.
They did what they had to do. And then again, I will say, I hope whatever format we have in the future, we have, well, if we don't have a championship we don't know what we're going to have next year. It's what I'm trying to say. I just hope we get that good of a championship battle when it comes down to it next year. Because I thought, again, this Phoenix race with the championship we had was phenomenal. So fingers crossed.
I will say,
yeah.
Last thing,
Yes.
last thing, promise. That call put Cliff Daniels in the Hall of Fame.
Cliff Daniels is a Hall of Fame crew chief. Should be first ballot.
He was already on his way.
Yes.
Did you guys
Definitely.
know that he ended up in
Yes.
the hospital after partying when they won in 2021?
No.
He said that on another podcast that I'm not going to name, but yeah.
Well, and
So-
even too, his attention to detail as well. I mean, separate thing here, but the fact that he changed the ride height of the display car for
Clifford the Big Red Daniels, man.
he's so good at what he does. And then again, shout out to my God, shout out to Chris Gale as well. Obviously, not the right call when it came down to it, but phenomenal crew chief, mostly phenomenal calls all season long. I mean, every team, even James Small and Chase Briscoe, they're total opposites. They talk super differently from one another in terms of what they need from the car, etc. Chase has been very clear all season long where they're like, he's just so different from me. But that's how they make the success that they've had this year. So again, can't stress this enough. Fantastic championship but yeah, let's move on to why we're all here tonight, which is hold on, wait for it.
Which
the 2025
is it's not
NASCAR
Halloween,
Awards.
Taylor.
I know. I'm sorry, you guys. But no, 2025 NASCAR Awards. And as we talk through all of this, we're going to bring in Ben Branscombe. Ben, good to see you.
Hey,
Hello.
cutie.
We love that. But yeah, 2025 NASCAR Awards. We have some superlatives of things like race of the year, most improved, all these different things that we have picked. We want to hear your all's thoughts in the comments as well as we go through these categories. We talk about the best of the year, the worst of the year, all these different things. But the best place to get trading cards, you guys, my award for that goes to NASCAR.shop. Hands down. Hands down. The best trading cards out there. I am now addicted to getting these trading cards. So if you go to NASCAR.shop/ATYL, you get 15% off your first purchase. They do live breaks every Saturday now. You guys have gone into these breaks so much. The spots go so quickly. We now have to do them every single weekend. So thank you all so much for that. We also have a very exciting product launch happening very soon. So stay tuned for that. But thank you to Dan from NASCAR.shop. Again, go to NASCAR.shop/ATYL. The QR code is covering my face right now. So make sure to scan that. Check out NASCAR.shop and get all of your trading cards. There's also die casts that are sold there too, you guys. So keep an eye out on that. But NASCAR.shop. But now let's talk about more of the best this season. Going into our very first award, you all. Best race of the year. This is our favorite race of the year. Self-explanatory. Now I know some of y'all might need more time on the screen here to decipher your answers. So I'm going to start with Dom. What would you say is your favorite race of the year? And everyone in the comments, make sure to comment your favorite race as well. Dom, go for it.
To be safe, I went through and wrote down my answers for all these. So if I have to start first for all these, I'm more than happy to give y'all some time. I went through the schedule and looked through races I went to, races I watched, and stuff like that. The one that I went to that I would say was probably the best was the Hollywood Casino 400.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way that all played out at the end, it was just good to see the next gen Kansas race come back strong after Larson just outright dominated in the spring, and fall of last year was not as good as the others. We've been spoiled at Kansas basically, but
oh yes.
No, honestly, I think my favorite race all year, all in, is the Quaker State 400 at Atlanta. At Echo Park. Yeah.
No, you got it
Okay.
right.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's just that race under the lights each year has just been phenomenal. It's just been so good. What's that say?
That was
Summer
mine.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yep.
Summer Atlanta, so good.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was such a great race. And, Chase Elliott coming out of nowhere to win at his home track to just adds to it, like the excitement at the end. And again, like we make fun of Chase and whatnot for the personality that he carries, but like it was really cool to see. Man, he was so pumped that he won that race, and it just added to it because it was a great event.
1000%. I feel like we're gonna have a lot more Atlanta. I'm seeing Atlanta here from NASCAR dude. The Atlanta race, that was my new pick. Let's see, Buddy, thoughts, your favorite race of the year?
So I picked the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro for several reasons. Personally, first Cup race I got to cover as a media member, courtesy of ATYL. Thank you, Taylor. It was an incredible experience, but also it more because it gave us a glimpse into the future and what a North Wilkesboro Cup race is going to look like for a points paying race next year. And if we can get that kind of show out of an all-star race that's been lacking for many years, just think about what we're going to get in 2026 when we have a points race. Awesome show. Christopher Bell, whoever else, and Ross Chastain, I don't really remember who the other car was, put on a hell of a duel.
Joey Logano.
You know what's funny is I was not trying to take a dig at Joey. I actually forgot.
This is progress.
But I'm really disappointing you reminded me. But it was an awesome show, and it just proved that with the right kind of package and the right tire, we can put on a good show with the next gen car at a short track. But
It really
don't let
gave
that fool you. We
all-star
can still-
vibes.
Yes, it did, and we could still make the car better.
Thanks. Ben, good to see ya.
Hello.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Dom. Fall Bristol, the night race this year.
Team Chaos.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a very I think you texted me this, Taylor, or you texted the group chat at some point because I went down with a bunch of buddies, and you were like, Ben picks all the good Bristol races because the two I've been to recently, which was the one you and I went to, which was the Crazy Tire race in the spring,
Yeah.
and the one I went to this year was the Crazy Tire race in the fall. That was a great race. That was a fun, chaotic race. I'm not even the biggest Christopher Bell fan, but that was just a fun race to watch in person, and it was one of those that the six of us that went together as friends were all like, this was awesome. This was a classic Bristol race and the feel of it. So
it was good. I was going to say, anytime anyone wants to go to a race, make sure that Ben's there because it's going to be a certified classic. It really will be. Adam, thoughts?
So Dom stole my thunder with Summer Atlanta, but Summer Atlanta was definitely a banger of all bangers. I'll go with an honorable mention for my favorite. It really doesn't need that big of an explanation. SVG Masterclass Ass Whooping Sonoma.
Yeah.
That's all
Dude,
I got.
the Roval.
Red Bull back in
I
victory
almost
lane.
picked the Roval.
the Roval was going to be my
good.
second.
Yeah.
Roval would have been good.
Hey, hold on. You know what's a common denominator between all of our favorite races? Saturday night races.
SMI track.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
actually a lie because the All-Star race was on Sunday, but we
Right.
can pretend. I forgot.
yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, short track Saturday night. The
This
kids
is
kind of
Saturday night.
buddy, you really just went like the meme of get in there and make it about what you do.
Cheers.
Yeah.
We got Andrea, Laps Down podcast.
Yo.
Good to see you in the chat, Andrea. My favorite was the Mexico race. The fans were so hyped. The track
Ooh,
itself
good
was
one.
one of my faves in the world, and I love the stadium section. And there was rain, which I thought was interesting. 1000%. That was a really
Yeah.
good one.
Let's go.
Another Masterclass Ass Whooping by SVG.
Yes.
Dude, shout out to the Laps Down podcast. Greatest
Yes,
podcast
shout
in the
out.
world.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. My favorite race. So I wrote down a few because I couldn't pick. The Bristol night race I thought was phenomenal. Atlanta, the summer race was awesome. Three others I put on here that I'm not sure how to determine between. The 600, I think I wrote this down because I was there in person and it was really fun, and seeing friends was great, and the ending was crazy. Ross Chastain from last to first. But I think I'm honestly between the Michigan race this year, quite honestly.
Whoa.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and I did really like the Brickyard 400. I did.
Yeah.
Oh, Brickyard was good.
It was good.
Woo.
So a little.
I considered Brickyard, but I thought for me it wasn't the most. I don't know. Like I love the ending, obviously, but like if you were to ask me stuff about the middle of that, nah, man, I wasn't.
For me, I think the reason I chose that one specifically, I did love the ending of that race, but there was no real chaos involved. I thought it was just kind of like pure racing, still kind of entertaining for me. Like I love the Bristol night race. I thought it was so fun, but it was almost too chaotic for my taste a little bit. So I don't know. I liked when things were calmer, but things were still pretty like, racy, I guess, within the races. So
you get rid of stage 1 and 2. I'll put Coke Zero Sugar 400 on that list too.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the
Get rid
Roval was
of all the fuel mileage racing.
Yes.
the Roval was a good natural race between three of the best in the sport.
It was so good. And for everyone who doesn't like the Roval, please reconsider.
You're not
Please.
a real person. You're an NPC, like all the other cars that
I don't
weren't
know if
Denny
that's
Hamlin
the
and Kyle Larson.
Andrea can back me up. We love the Roval here.
That's right. The spirit of the Roval be with us.
I wasn't a Roval hater, and then I went this year, and I was like, I'm a Roval believer now. So
You
That's
have
right.
to go. The thing is, like, to like the Roval, you have to be there in person. And I think a lot of times with
Yeah.
road courses, sometimes that's the case because you don't really get to understand or see it all. But with something like the Roval, I'm trying to think, Mid-Ohio too, like when it was on the Xfinity schedule, like that was such a banger to go to. It was so good. And like you didn't get it until you were there. Anywho, well,
If anyone is not a Roval believer, Taylor will buy you guys a ticket and you can all hang out with all of us next year.
I will
Then
never
I
love
look
a
forward to
woman.
the ticket next year.
I will never love a woman like I love Mid-Ohio Xfinity. That's all.
yes. I wish they would go back. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But anyway, whatever. Okay, so we were very positive here. I'm actually writing down all of our ansers here in the chat. Just so I can write it down, and then maybe we can do like some votes on social media. Hopefully you guys would like that.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Let me put down, I'm gonna put down MIS actually for my favorite now that I talked it over. Okay. So we talked about the best. And because we talked about the best, we also have to talk about the worst. So worst race of the year. I am so curious what everyone picked for this. I'm gonna start with Buddy because you seem very enthusiastic here.
Texas is terrible and always will be terrible. And to make it even worse, AAA ensured that Joey Logano would win that race. Bad race, certifiably.
I think my favorite thing about that race was when they were saying Kyle Busch is doing a great job and he immediately crashed.
That was
Yeah.
so good.
The divine hand.
Look at Kyle Busch. No.
Yeah. It was the only race I could think of this year where I remembered. The only thing I can remember of it was negative. And yeah.
Ben.
I really like, for me, Iowa.
Really? Okay.
Like maybe it's because we had such high hypes and high vibes from year one.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think Iowa was just like, it was not it for me, dog.
We went the first 2 stages completely caution free, and then like 9 consecutive
It was
lap
so
caution.
It was such a goofy race overall, and I just like that for me was just the worst race. So
yeah, some of y'all agree Iowa for sure. Andrea laps down said Iowa would never end.
Dang.
Iowa. See, everyone feels it. Everyone feels it. Adam, same?
No. Mine's far worse.
Oh, what's yours?
Spring Bristol.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nobody remembers it because
I wasn't there.
Oh,
it was because Ben wasn't there, so it was a Kyle Larson ass whooping snooze fest.
I'm starting a
Most
Patreon
excitement
actually.
was when Alex Bowman broke something and dropped fluid on the track and spun out.
SVG wrecked. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, I will tell you, I also have written down Bristol Spring, but y'all bring up some really good points about Iowa. some very, very valid points about Iowa.
I hate that for Iowa because last year was such a banger.
That's the
race.
thing. Like we had such high hopes, and then it
Folks,
just crashed.
do not let the entertainment factor get in the way of how terrible Texas was. I don't care.
no, I'm not
Entertainment
disagreeing
does
with
not
you at all
mean
on
good
that.
race.
That track.
I'm
But-
lobbying.
Dom.
Different answers, same answers.
Adam, you're 2 for 2. I put the Food City 500.
Okay, there we go.
We're on the same brain waves, I think.
Yeah. That
I
race
was
just
under
not-
the influence of the corn, so I can't pick
That's
Iowa.
fair. This is fair. Fair. Oh, some
Nothing beats
interesting,
51.
some interesting answers in the chat. Somebody said Spring Talladega.
That was
There's-
pretty
I
bad.
feel that. It was not
Yeah,
great.
it
Feel
was-
same.
I
and-
could
But
have
Austin and
also-
his cute little tortoiseshell glasses, like it kind of made up for it.
I could have said most of the truck series this season because I just think those
Yeah.
races are a little bit insufferable now.
Oh,
well,
if we're
because
going,
of the
if we're going,
broadcast.
if we're going
I was just
truck
at a Marine Corps
Xfinity
250
too,
at
oh
Martinsville.
man.
I was gonna say if we want to bring up awful races from other series, we can.
It's just well,
The
it's not even
Xfinity
okay.
race for Martinsville in the
I'm not
springtime.
even grinding axes because of the broadcast booth. I'm grinding axes because I just think that series is a husk and a shell of itself in so many
Yeah.
ways.
Yep.
And Dom, I know you and I have talked about the truck
think-
series and your love
I
for
think-
it, but
Crafton
Yeah.
spoke the true word
Yeah.
at the end
He
of the
did.
mix of
Yep.
what they've done to them.
Yeah.
What did they do to us?
Yes. Oh my God! Wait, you guys! I totally forgot to mention an honorable mention for the best race. I totally forgot this, and I'm now thinking about it with the Lime Rock mention. Rockingham slapped.
Oh,
It was
dude,
so
yes.
good. Oh my God!
Across the board.
Across
Even the
the
Archer
board.
race was awesome.
Yes. I thought it was pretty. I mean, it was a little messy, but I thought it was overall good.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't watch Rockingham, you missed out. It was phenomenal. If you have a chance to go, please, for the love of God, go. It was such
forget
a
your
vibe.
Easter celebrations. Go worship Rockingham.
Yes, best
I
way
am
to spend
so
Easter,
confused.
Rockingham. What do you mean?
I do not remember anything. Anyway,
Rockingham-
let's move on.
Yeah,
But let's go
Rockingham
Rockingham.
was Rockingham for Xfinity.
I went to Rockingham. It was
Oh,
great,
good.
but I don't remember it being particularly. Go ahead, go.
Okay,
Your show. You're the A
No.
in ATYL.
Well, thanks. I think I'm the T, but that's fine. So we'll move on. That's fine. We move on to rivalry of the year. Now we can get creative with this. We can get very creative with this, which I'm sure some of us will. Maybe some of us will get more direct with this. But I guess Adam, do you want to start first with this, or do you want me to skip you? I can skip.
me first.
Okay.
I want to see if there's a theme with Dom.
Oh boy, Dom, I'll have you go first.
Listen, it's the
Okay.
greatest. It's the greatest rivalry we have. It's the one we all talk about. We talk about it every week. It is the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing versus 2311
Yes!
Racing.
Yes, that is the
got
correct
mine.
answer.
You got mine.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Was that everyone's answer? Say aye.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Adam, you're wrong.
Adam, please share with
Um,
class.
Carson Hocevar versus his massive ego.
Oh, okay.
Very
That's
true.
nothing
Go,
compared to NASCAR's ego.
It's just-
Uh-huh.
NASCAR.
Sometimes his ego outdrove his what his car had, and that's what cost him
Yeah.
a lot of good, solid finishes. I saw a stat somewhere today on I believe X or Twitter, whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Whatever we
It
call
was like his average finishes were actually worse this season than last season, but then he went on to retweet it and commented like, all right, this race, all on me. And like, it was like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 races long. He was like, that's all on me. So at least he did own up to it. But however, in the moment of the race, he let his ego get the best of him.
Mhm.
Does
That's
that make
good.
sense?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay.
I like that. No, I think NASCAR is a big one too. Hocevar versus his ego. I had written down NASCAR versus everyone is what I wrote down, quite honestly. From pissing off the
That's,
fans,
yeah,
the competitors,
fair
not
deep.
feeling like the championship is legit at any point anymore. NASCAR, just overarchingly,
NASCAR.
it's so much easier to say that as opposed to just the long form
Yeah.
of like, so yes, that was mine. I think other people, let's see. So Wallach and Catherine Lang. Any other? Sure.
That is a poll.
That's a deep cut, right?
That is a poll.
Now, this could be about Rockingham, maybe, or it could be
That
about,
is
I don't know. It could be
Oh,
Rockingham.
that's about Rockingham.
It could be
deep
Rockingham.
cut, dude. That is a
Feel
deep
rivalry.
cut. Woo.
SBG
Wow.
versus nobody on the road courses.
SPG versus the NPCs on road
Kyle
courses.
Busch versus getting a good race car. Dear God. He finished the season with a top 10. I think actually a top 5 or whatever.
Top 5.
Yeah, because they gave out free biscuits or whatever.
Yes,
cheddars or
free
whatever.
biscuits.
Damn
Cheddars.
right they did.
Croissants, baby.
My gosh, there's an account on X that I discovered here where they actually, it's like, did Kyle Busch have a good race or something like that? And they have like I need to find this. I'll retweet whatever. It's fine. But no, there was some rivalries this year, but I think nothing bigger than just NASCAR versus just whatever, anything.
Was there a fight in the Truck Series this year? Did I dream that?
Oh, there probably was. I mean,
The last one I remember is Nick Sanchez getting bloodied by Matt Kraft and him threatening to murder him.
well, I'm thinking
Well, that's
about
wrong.
Sam Mayer at Martinsville. Just Sam
Yeah,
Mayer.
There was a
joking-
fight in the I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but there's definitely a fight in the I don't know where, but outside the racetrack after Martinsville.
Okay.
Good times. Good times. Pro Track
Tommy
Peppers.
Joe Martin's in his crew chief after Phoenix.
This is true. This is very true.
That's fair. Yeah, that's the Alpha Prime Racing subplot there. Hit hard.
Yeah. Oh my
Wait,
God! Wait.
honorable mention.
This.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Dude,
that.
what about Connor Zillich in the hospital?
Oh no!
That's
No.
Dog, what you gotta do?
Brutal.
Connor Zillich versus the window net.
victory lane at
Oh my god.
Connor, I
I'm
love
writing
you.
these down, unfortunately.
yeah. NASCAR, that's the one.
NASCAR's good.
Yeah, NASCAR's good. Okay. All right, team. Rivalry of the year. We've wrapped that up. Keep those suggestions in the comments coming for what you think we should award as the
Please put
Moments
Catherine
of the
Legg
year.
Williams Walsh in there.
Connor versus Gravity, Ravaging Wolverine. Savage. 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 Oh my gosh. All right, team. Here we go. Speaking of, some things that might just be like disappointing or just not positive here. Biggest disappointment of the year? I'm sorry to keep going on the trend of negativity here. I swear there's going to be an upswing in positivity in the second here after we get through this. Biggest disappointment, though, Buddy volunteers to go first.
None of the media members at the Brickyard 400 asking Cookie Monster his opinion on the playoffs. That, folks,
Major
is the
disappointment.
biggest disappointment of the year.
That's a deep pull.
I like that. All right, Ben, you?
I was just gonna say Tyler Reddick.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I had pegged 2311 to have 6 wins this year between both cars. I guess all 3 cars because there's 3 of them. But like,
Is there?
technically there's 4 on some weekends. Shout out
to
Catherine.
Terrible Herbs.
Shout out Catherine Legg got qualifying Corey Heim. Therefore, Catherine Legg is a better driver than Corey Heim and should be a truck champion. There's my hot tea for the day.
There you go. That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
But no, Tyler
should
Reddick
take
was
it out with
truly-
Corey Heim.
Tyler Reddick was truly a disappointment for me. Like that was the biggest disappointment for me this year is how that 45 team just kind of was checked out all year.
Yeah. No, they were unfortunately non-existent. Obviously, towards the playoffs or in the playoffs, reasonable as to why. Luckily, Rookie is now home recovering, which is awesome to hear about his son. But no, all season long though, just really off from what we thought his team could do. So very odd.
You go from a Final Four appearance to not even being in the
really relevant
contention. So
yeah. No, the other things too, I want to get to some of y'all's comments real quick. Somebody did mention honorable mention for rivalries. Trying to find what channel the race is on. That's a good one. I will admit that's a good one.
Come on.
Solid.
That ain't that hard.
It
CW
depends on who
versus
you
that maybe.
ask. Oh yeah, we got to mention CW at some point here. The biggest disappointment for motorsports as a whole, I would agree. I actually, for some odd reason this year, at the beginning of the year, it seemed hopeful. I had Todd Gilliland winning one, Noah Gragson winning one.
I did too.
That feels wild now. Yeah, Ben.
I would argue Spire Motorsports is a bigger disappointment than FRM.
Oh, please share why.
I would have also pegged. I think I put this in the picks or in our season preview picks. I think I picked Spire for 2 wins, and McDowell would be one of them.
Yeah.
And like none of them won. And
Spire was a lot like Ferrari this year. Excellent in practice and qualifying, irrelevant in the race.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Like the front row ties into mine because I put Noah Gragson. I mean, you look at how Priest really turned it up from Stewart Haas to RFK. Briscoe made the championship 4 with Gibbs, Cole Custer, and then like
Cole's
Noah
so
Gragson
cool, though.
was like way down there, like outside the top 30 in points. Just a huge disappointment for a guy we had a lot of high hopes for coming out of Xfinity, and it's just been it has been downhill ever since he got.
If I may,
no,
okay.
No, you're fine.
Adam?
I was just going to say, if you look at the midfield in the Cup Series, here's why I have a hard time pinpointing someone in that kind of realm as a disappointment. It is the Cup Series is so competitive right now.
Yeah.
Once you're outside of Gibbs, Penske, Hendrick, really, there's the 2311s, of course. There's the RFKs who are kind of in that B echelon. But after that, I mean, they're all interchangeable, I feel like, to me.
That's fair. That's fair. Dom, so who was your biggest disappointment? Gragson. It was Gragson. Okay. Adam?
I had one driver written down, but I'm changing it. Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, that was expected. Anyways.
Tyrannosaurus Gibbons.
Anyhow.
When you're surrounded by that much talent on a team and you still can't even make the playoff, buddy, you might need to open up your ears and start getting some insight from
my ears are open. Don't bring me into this.
Gotcha.
That was a bad dad joke.
I'll let you pass on that one.
No.
Anywho,
Perks of the name, maybe perks of the name.
So, like Ty, dude, WTF? You got championship caliber teammates all around you, and you're squandering this 4th seat at Gibbs. Is it? Are we talking nepotism, or are we just that crappy of a driver?
Well,
like, come on.
And I think part of the disappointment for me is sometimes how it was handled in the middle of the race. You heard some of the radio communications and how the communication was between crew chief, Ty, Chris Gabehart even going over the radio too. When it's just like you would hope Happy would hope as well, that it was just better,
Andrea speaks the true though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've missed some comments. Oh yes.
Didn't win. Yeah.
That was honestly
my favorite driver ever, Ty Dillon.
Yeah. He was living his best life during this tournament. Let's be real. The tournament really just didn't mean anything at the end of the day.
And then he killed William Byron.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah. And almost that pit crew guy on pit road.
Yeah. Yeah. Ty Dillon had Ty's had an interesting season. They all did.
Oh, man.
Whether it was Tyler or whether it was just Ty,
Connor Zilic, biggest disappointment of the year.
Oh boy.
Didn't
show come through the clutch moment at Phoenix.
Yeah,
very
lights.
Just one car for one race.
Did not show up when he was the lights.
When the lights were the brightest.
Yeah.
RCR as a whole, like I know they had a lot of changes during the off
They're
season.
the Xfinity Series champions. They're not disappointments.
They won a race. They made the playoffs. Clearly, that's what matters.
They shifted their focus to the 2nd tier.
I don't think they're a disappointment, but also I do think this was a very down, even though they won the championship, this was a down year for their Xfinity program overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't as dominant as they were last year. I think though Cup as a whole is just like what happened. I mean, this was last year too, but really like just what happened, I think my biggest disappointment for me, kind of overarching, just kind of the state of the sport right now. I just for me, it feels so negative, and I understand we like to fuel the negative vibes, and everyone's up for like clickbait and whatever, but also just like we're in a really odd place as a sport right now where we're trying to find where we're going next. Playoff format. I think this is a pivotal moment in the sport where we have to push forward and figure out, what's the best direction for growing the sport, retaining fans, etc. So I just felt this year was a breaking point, and I was just kind of really disappointed to see the sport that, we all love just kind of in that spot. I also will say too, like this year was burnout was real this year. Like it felt nonstop. It just felt like a lot of negativity, and that burns you out sometimes. So I just think for me, just state of the sport where we're at. I'm hopeful for next year with some of the changes that we know are coming with the format and stuff like that. But still, I think there's a lot of building and a lot of change that needs to happen. So anywho, that's negative. Let's go to a positive. Best paint schemes of the year, you guys. This is where we get to shout out some great design work by the designers within NASCAR for their wonderful paint schemes. Shout out the wonderful partners that are with these drivers. But yes, best paint scheme of the year. I believe I have these in alphabetical order from everyone who submitted those. So, Adam, you're up
I have mine
first.
that we can share after too. So
Beautiful.
Ying.
All right, Adam, your paint schemes of the year. And I love how you incorporated NHRA, and you're going to see that as a theme here.
Yes. So there's a common theme with a couple of my cars. They're all, winners across the motorsports world that we love so much.
Mm-hmm.
First off, let's start off with Daniel Hemrick's 19 truck. I thought it was cool. I really liked Corey Haim's car, but I'd rather see it in the black like they had last year. Maybe that was why they didn't win the championship last year. They just need to change the base of the paint scheme. SVG's WeatherTech Red Bull crossover car for Chicago Street just kicked ass.
That's good.
I was informed that I think we're about a month and maybe a month and a half away from the car getting sent out. So I'm excited for that to come to my collection of SVGs.
Nice.
Obviously, SVG's Red Bull's first win back in NASCAR since 2011 at Phoenix. Nonetheless, really, just that car it made me so happy. I know, like I always am like a Red Bull guy, but like that car like legit made me like cry happy tears. The race wasn't great for everyone else. It was fantastic for me, Buddy, and all of Kiwi Nation. But yeah, just makes me happy just looking at it. And then our NHRA cars, obviously Tony Stewart's Top Fuel Dodge Direct, is it Direct Connection? Anyway, that one, it slaps. It's all of his schemes have been knockout this year. Between that one, the Mobile One scheme, the American Rebel one, and yeah, they just make me feel fuzzy inside too. And then obviously Matt Hagan's American Rebel funny car. I actually took that picture at the Four Wide back in April. And yeah, that car I gravitated right towards it. And then I gravitated towards the beer at the gas station. It's just chef's kiss.
I would say I'm not a beer person. Don't like drinking beer, but that beer's good. I will say
it is really good when you're sitting by a pool and it's about 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, facts. Now, good schemes, good picks. Lots of those agreeing with you too. Obviously, the Red Bull schemes are iconic to begin with, and the fact that they were brought back this year in a big way is awesome. So cool to see those. I believe up next is Buddy.
Yes. Okay. So starting off with trucks. Go Vols, baby. We're feeling like 98. Dalton Sutton. Shout out to him. Driving the Vols car at Bristol. Obviously, shout out to Sterling Marlin as well. That is a gorgeous paint scheme. I'll be rocking the orange and white checkered board bibs next year at a Cars Tour race near you if you're in Tennessee. Parker Retzloff's throwback to the Kodak car. The Kodak car is the greatest paint scheme of all time. I'm sorry. Good. It is the greatest paint scheme of all time. It's my favorite paint scheme of all time. And to see that back on the track, you know, it brings tears to your eyes, honestly, you know. And then obviously Cup Series is SCG's Red Bull car. That is the only correct answer. I shotgunned a 24-ounce Red Bull when he won at Sonoma. That did
That's
not
smart.
happen.
Okay.
But he did win in that car, and that just made it even more gorgeous. I mean, Adam, I think you can agree. It's, you know, if that
It's
car
warm and
was,
fuzzy. Just makes you
It's
feel good.
good.
I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because you made it wholesome, and I was not going to make it wholesome, but it's a gorgeous car.
Good. I will say, speaking of Parker Retzlaff, he announced that he's not returning to his ride for next year. So he'll have an announcement coming out soon, by the way, about where he's going next. Speaking of like silly season news as well, Viking Motorsports also put out an announcement video saying they're going to have an announcement for their driver for next year with Matt Benedetto leaving prematurely. So interesting timing on those things, just FYI. Just a thought. All right. Dom.
Meow. Yeah, so we'll start with the Cup car. I mean that the Busch Light Apple car is so incredible.
Yes.
I was torn
So
between I was torn between that and just the standard Exalta scheme for Byron, because seeing it at Phoenix, just absolutely unbelievable. Looks incredible in person, but yeah, I mean this one takes the cake. It's just such a great looking race car. The red chrome inside the number is just a nice extra touch. And I don't care what Buddy says, this is the best Busch Light Apple scheme of all time.
Oh, my.
Yeah, go ahead and look
They're
at
all same. Like they're all what?
So they're all so special in their own way.
I think he's talking about the driver.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Harvick is way better than Chastain. I'm talking about the paint scheme.
That's right. That's right.
Hell yeah.
The Xfinity car, Swalich, I mean,
It's iconic.
it's my favorite paint scheme ever. I'm not
good
going to say it's the best ever, but it's my favorite. I mean, I've got the car sitting in the
Yes.
case right now, the Kyle Busch NASCAR. Absolutely love that paint scheme so much. I don't care how it did on the racetrack, whatever. It was just so cool to actually see it. And then the two-tone for Tony Stewart, for the direct connection, the blue chrome on one side,
So
the
good.
matte red on the other side, and it transitions in the middle. It's just such a sweet paint scheme for a car that does 330 miles an hour.
It's good.
See, I didn't know we were doing outside of NASCAR. I would have picked Dale Jr.'s baseball car for the Cars Tour.
Well, I thought it as an honorable mention too.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My paint schemes. So I kind of didn't follow my own
Good.
rules.
Whoa! All right.
Oh,
Okay.
God,
You
the
told
High
us
Rock
3
Vodka
per
car.
series.
Oh God, the
There
High
was
Rock
just-
Vodka car.
There was just
God,
too
that car's
many, and I couldn't pick, and I disregarded my own rules. So for the Cup Series, obviously there's a lot here. The Tostino's Pizza Rolls car from Ryan Priest. Pizza rolls are like my favorite snack. I will eat them for dinner. So there's an association here. The car also just looks so cool with like just
You put
black
the
and
product
white.
in the car. That's an automatic job.
Hang on.
Beautiful.
Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. But you didn't take one of the pizza rolls Ryan Priest offered you.
I
How
didn't think
can
he
you
was
put
being
this
legit.
up here and you didn't
Got a
take
point.
a pizza roll?
He's got
You
a
know,
point.
I was saving some from other people who really wanted them. You know, that when it came down to
Bull
it,
crap.
I do love pizza
She
rolls.
was waiting for the Martinsville hot dog.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Priest, by the way. Like, so fun. We love the Martinsville video. Even too, he doesn't like the Martinsville hot dog. So shout out to him for going along with the fun idea. Speaking of RFK Racing, the Eat My Senna Dust car from Buescher is just so cool. The marketing around it was so fun. Again, this is just me just gloating about RFK Racing and how cool they are and how awesome their social and marketing department is. But again, another great paint scheme. Earlier this year, the Traveler Whiskey car is just so gorgeous. I love this. And you'll notice kind of, I like orange on the race car. You'll see that with the Xfinity Series stuff. But that one, Chastain's, I had this written down actually earlier this year that I like Chastain's scheme. I think this was for Nashville for sure. I just thought it was a really nice scheme, but now I think it's too busy. But it was at the time my favorite of the year. And then the Progressive car, it's simplistic, it's fun, and just seeing this do burnouts at Martinsville for me, I was like, that scheme's just damn cool. I thought it was nice. Again, it's so basic, it's so plain, but I just really liked it.
I'm
For
with it.
Xfinity, I just the neon orange in the High Rock scheme is just with the blue. It's gorgeous. Cinema.
Ryan Williams, I will die for you, Ryan
Dude,
Williams.
that was
Ryan Williams is
honorable
so
mention.
good.
Yeah, for me.
So good.
That car's cool.
It is. I also like Josh Williams 45 car. Again, it's the orange and blue. Really catches my eye. I thought that was fun. And then for trucks, Victory Junction is such a cool cause. And I like the paint scheme too. I like the little hearts on it. I think it's fun. But also just as well from the Tricon camp here, the Safe Light car or truck, excuse me, for
Yeah.
Coreyheim is
Yeah.
just
Is
all of their trucks look so good. The design, the template. So
The
These
Tony
are-
Breidinger trucks were really good too.
dude.
Yes.
I almost
Kane.
went with Corey Himes
Oh!
Mobile One car. Whew.
I want to say also, speaking of Tony Breidinger, and I just kind of plugged a NASCAR.shop. I got a signed Tony Breidinger card here.
Yeah, I've met her.
in the Kane suit, so it's pretty cool. Love that.
Shout out the
Yeah.
Canes.
Heel.
Canes. Ben, do you have yours?
I don't have photos, but I can tell them because I think they're all pretty
Please.
recognizable. So I have
Go for
3
it.
picks and then 1 honorable thing that I want to mention.
Please do.
So for trucks, I picked the Tony Breidinger Canes truck. Like, love that
Nice.
truck. And
Solid.
my Xfinity pick is Leland Honeyman's Darlington
Nest
throwback.
quick car.
Yes,
The
Nest
Nest
Quick.
Oh,
That
Oh,
car
yeah.
will always have my heart,
Yes.
no matter Ford, Chevy, whatever. When I saw they did that, I bought the T-shirt immediately. I was like, I love this.
Such a
My
shirt.
my cup car is kind of a cop out, but people that know me know that I love this. I said this to someone this week, and I ironically have said this phrase already on the show, but I'm going to say it again. I'll never love a woman like I love the Petty STP 43. So Eric Jones's Daytona night race car
Yes.
this past,
Okay.
this
Hell
past
yeah.
year was a
Okay.
good
banger.
man.
My honorable mention thing that I do want to say, I've noticed this all year, and I don't think I've ever said it to anyone, or at least not here, or maybe in the group chat. One of my favorite things this year was the Yahoo paint schemes, because if you
Yes.
looked at them, the driver's side started Yahoo, and then it was just the O's all the way around the back of the car, and then the other side. It
Clever.
wasn't the Yahoo decal on opposite sides.
Clever.
That was one of my favorite things this year about designs. So
Certified.
Very good
bangers.
one.
Y'all had really good ones in the chat too. Kyle Busch 7-Eleven scheme was really good. I like that one as well. Chris Buescher's Indianapolis Diet Cherry Coke, the
Oh,
Ryan
yeah.
Priest Little
Yeah.
Bites. Now, all of them were so good. And the best way to display all of these cars when you get them inevitably as diecast, by the way, is with your Benzik Design stands.
I love you, Matt Benzik. I would die for you.
Literally the best way to display your diecast. You all know the plethora of diecasts I have behind me. They're all on Benzik Design stands. There's 3-tiered, 4-tiered, 2-tiered, 1-tier, 164, 124. We have some more products coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you use the promo code ATYL 2025, you get 20% off your order.
Whoa.
A good deal. A good deal.
That's
And the QR
amazing.
code is in front of my face, by the way, right here.
Mike
So
Wazowski.
scan it right now to get your 20% off. To go to Benzik Designs, type in that promo code, get the 20% off. When I tell you all, if you buy one stand, you're gonna be like, well, shoot, now I need to buy more. Then you'll buy more, and you can save the money if you use the promo code for us. But again, shout out to Benzik, Matt Benzik, for all that he's done for us, the stands that he makes, and he always likes getting suggestions from you all of what stands would be helpful for you guys, IndyCar, Formula One, whatever that is, whatever diecast you collect. Just again, Benzik Designs, support him and everything he does. There we go.
Really quick
Ben.
laps down podcast. Yes, Tony ran the coach truck in Michigan and
Yes, no,
Talladega.
that was good. That was good. Thank you. Now, I got to be honest with you all. When Sal took my place for doing the ad reads, he did such a good job. I knew I had to step up my game.
Taylor, you ate. Like she said, you ate
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah, no, I was feeling really self-conscious after that because I'm like, oh my God, Sal did so good. This was really pre-planned when I was doing the whole award show thing. So I wish I could say it was more spontaneous, but it wasn't. But no, thanks guys. I figured, first week back, gotta have some good ad reads. But no, again, Benzik Designs and of course NASCAR.shop. Good to see Dan in the chat as well from NASCAR.shop too. All right,
Can I give
team,
an honorable mention real quick?
please go for it.
Ryan Blaney's Dent Wizard car from Homestead.
That was good.
That thing was
The
hot.
one
Yeah.
that blew up.
I think
Yes.
blue.
So we don't mention that though. But this game
one
was
that-
It was literally hot.
Well,
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I was like, what do I remember him for that? Oh, that's why I remembered him for that race.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate.
Wasn't there like a wildfire down there too at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh,
They're
man,
like
wildfire that
across the
weekend.
backstretch.
Speaking of just like, I guess just wildfire, whatever. This is the first NASCAR season where we didn't have a race postponed to the next day. Like not the first ever, but like first in a long time, I should say.
1993.
Yeah, somewhere in there. So it's
Happy-
crazy. After years of
happy
being
birthday.
tormented by rain, we got that.
We're in
so.
for a hell of a
Next year,
2026.
I was gonna say next year we're not gonna be so
Chat
lucky.
we're cooked.
Chat, we're
We're gonna be
cooked.
racing on Tuesday.
All right. Speaking of
Texas
cook,
all over again, 2020.
heck yeah, but also
No.
not. Speaking
No.
of 2020, I said no, but not 2020. Sorry, words. Speaking of heck yeah, calls of the year. This could be a quote of the year that a driver said, a broadcaster said. This could be a call that a broadcaster made. Oh my gosh, wait, yeah. Can we also say honorable mention here too? Terry Labonte's the Terry Labonte throwback at Darlington. Can't believe I didn't.
It's just got
I thought it was
it's a
cool.
given.
It got
Yeah.
wrecked
It's a
like
given.
right away.
I know,
Yeah.
which was such a bummer. But the car was
Didn't
cool.
it get the Xfinity fastest lap? Is that
I think it did.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it came back on track eventually.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
The
Quote-
the
Points don't matter.
cornflakes car was way better.
Yes, 1000%.
Points don't matter.
Yeah, nothing
This
matters.
Shut
sometimes.
out to Cornelius?
The quote or call of the year. I'm gonna throw it to Dom first. What was your quote or call of the year?
I really struggled with this one. There were no calls that stood out to me this year,
Mm-hmm.
like at all. And like I was trying to think of good quotes. The only one I could come up with, which is really sad now, but is "get on the bandwagon or get run over by it,"
Man,
which is such a badass quote, regardless.
It is.
all right, buddy. Over to you.
I'm leaking out of both holes. SVG at Mexico.
Oh my
That's a good one.
god.
Oh,
What? So, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to go with that.
that
I mean,
might be in the
look.
quote of the year.
Yeah, I mean, when a quote leaves you speechless,
Right? Yeah. I guess.
I mean,
I guess,
come
I
on
guess.
now.
All right. Shout out
Yeah.
SVG.
Yeah, shout out
Ben,
to
do you
SVG.
have one?
I do. This is a little bit of a pull because I was like you, Dom. I didn't really think of or could find a quote. Mine comes from, and I believe this is how his name is pronounced, Steve Lauletta. Jim France dying is probably the answer.
Oh
I
my
also
god.
hang
Oh
on.
my
I
gosh,
also
from the
had
lawsuit.
I had an honorable
From the
mention
lawsuit.
from the lawsuit.
God.
Effers. Michael Jordan.
Diabolical. That is diabolical.
So, I
Yes,
wouldn't-
for people in chat, Taylor will be right back very
Yeah,
shortly.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm running the show for maybe the next 2
Wait, isn't this
minutes.
the Bush Series podcast then? Turn those.
Gentlemen.
No! Darn it! She's back.
She waited for us all to flip the hats.
No, there's no such thing as the Bush Series podcast anymore because O'Reilly ruined all of our lives. Anyways, good quote, Ben.
Yeah, that was the only one that I was like that stood out and was Taylor. For context, I don't know if you heard. Did you?
Yes. Yeah. No,
Okay,
it was
yeah.
very good. I appreciate that. It was good.
Effers.
Thank you for that.
It's my favorite.
It's so good. Adam, quote of the year.
I can't
Call
say it. It has too many expletives in it, but it's got to be AJ Allmendinger wrecking out at Phoenix.
Practice.
Oh, yeah.
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 F this dude.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm tired. I'm done. Yeah, that like everyone kind of said, there really wasn't. Well, except for the one Buddy brought up. That right there was the quote of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing will top
Agreed.
that at all.
Race car drivers are just like us.
Wait, was
Man,
this-
I tell you. But yeah, the Dinger quote. I mean, that his season was all over the place.
I mean, we
Moments of
didn't.
highs and a lot of lows, and
Oh my gosh,
honestly,
yeah.
the way his season ended is kind of the way a lot of us felt.
Yeah, I guess with AJ too. Speaking of just like Colleague and stuff, keep an eye on what Colleague's doing with their Ram truck program. There's some things that are getting reported or rumors that are being spread around about maybe a potential reality TV show, something like
Yeah.
that.
There's some people missing from a couple big
Notable.
late model races, big late model entry lists here in the next couple weeks. So pay attention to that.
Yeah, pay attention to
Get
it.
popcorn ready, kiddos.
Yeah, should be a fun time. Ben, did you have anything you wanted
Beauty.
to? No, you seem like
Hey.
you wanted to say something. I'm sorry. I wanted to give you the floor if you wanted to say
I'm
something.
trying. I don't remember. Probably not
I'm
important.
so sorry. Oh, I'm sure it was important. It'll come back to you. It'll come back to you.
Maybe.
Taylor, what was your favorite quote? or
So
call?
nothing stood out to me like last year where it was like, Jeff, your little boy's done it, where I'm just like in tears because that was just such a beautiful call. I more so wanted to use this to give a shout out to the CW broadcast team this year because through and through, incredible coverage from Carla Metz, Kim Kuhn, Dylan Welch, Parker Kligerman, Adam Alexander, Jamie McMurray, all of them. They did a phenomenal job. The crew behind the scenes cared about the series. They lifted it to a new height. It was just phenomenal. So I wanted to use this to say, I might not have a specific favorite call or whatever from this year. Dom, I know exactly what you're thinking.
No, what am
Or
I
do I?
thinking? Because I know.
Was it the new height comment?
No, I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say we hyped up CW. They care about the sport, and I was just thinking all that for a Jesse Love championship.
God, no.
Anyways,
But regardless of that, they did it so well, and I'm so excited for them for next year and the next few years with this deal. They truly did. And the camaraderie too in the booth, like we talk about the Fox broadcast and the things that are wrong with it, whatever. Like I truly think the energy is set by who you have commentating in the booth. And the three guys there, they just have such good chemistry together with the calls they make. It's fun. I mean, it was just fun. So shout out to CW for being, I guess, all my favorite calls of the year, all combined. Speaking of different calls, quotes, things like that, let's move over to our social media moment of the year. This could be a team, a driver, whatever, who just really shine on social media, a specific moment on social media that you were like, damn, that's cool, or that was funny, or whatever. Ben, start with you.
Oh, as someone who's taken a social media hiatus this year, basically, I didn't really have a great answer. But I kind of copped out too in some ways, and I put your collab with Ryan Priest at Martinsville for the hot dogs. So I was like, that's good stuff.
really
So.
good.
That was really
Good man. Company man.
I will say, because this was kind of the brainchild, really more so of like Ryan DaCosta. Shout out to Ryan DaCosta, my coworker over at Motorsport. We were trying to think of like a really cool collab to do with like a driver or a team, and he's like, I really think either like Busher or Priest would like want to do this. So we pitched this to Elijah Burke over at RFK Racing. He goes, I think Ryan would like love to do this. And Ryan he was so game for it. So like, it was so fun to work with. But no, he crushed it 1000%. That was really fun. So cool. Okay. I'll go to Buddy just because I don't know.
Yes.
Buddy.
Let us not forget, in the midst of the worst race of the season, which was Texas, Jamie McMurray bottle fed and kangaroo.
Oh, that is true.
Live television.
TV.
On live television, he bottle fed a kangaroo, and that is the moment of the year.
That's gangster.
That was something. Yeah, my goodness, Dom.
So, I mean, I felt like RFK was way too easy of a route to go. So I tried to think of something that really caught my eye that I thought was really fun and creative. I thought to tease the Busch Light apple car, I loved that it was Ross cheating on the watermelon.
It was so good.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
I thought that was actually really, really funny how just every time he's eating an apple, he looks over his shoulder and the watermelon's watching him. I thought that was really, really fun and creative.
Ross going to a Coldplay concert with limes. It's crazy.
No. No. My God.
Oh.
That was good. Adam?
I don't really know if it would be social media, but I did enjoy seeing TV broadcaster Parker Kligerman to hop in as a relief driver at Daytona and win the damn thing.
I'll give it some kudos for social media stuff.
Yeah.
It raised some hype. I'll give it that.
Won 2 races at Daytona.
It got clicks. It got
It
clicks.
got clicks.
Ooh, a lot
good.
of people are mentioning the
No.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. NASCAR Social as a whole this year really stepped it up.
Really good.
Jess Smith over there too. I know there's a whole team that is involved in this. Like I know, like Dom, your team with track content. Like there's an entire wonderful group of people that works on all this content, the ideas and even videographers, photographers. So everyone crushed it this year at NASCAR Social. Really did such an incredible job.
Yeah.
You had the Brad and Kyle Back to the Future announcement for
The
Homestead.
Chicago one too.
The Chicago one
Bear
too
was
was
really
Oh, the bear was so
phenomenal.
good.
The
John
bear.
Cena.
The San Diego announcement video. Why didn't we bring SVG? A question I ask every day.
This is valid. This is valid. No, it was just altogether so good. Those are some really good highlights, like from all those. So good. Yeah, Back to the Future once again. I appreciate the love for the Ryan Priest collab. That was a
Ooh,
lot of
actually,
fun.
the Miami one with Hocevar as GTA Vice
Yeah,
City.
no, that was really good too. Even
That was
just
a
like
really good
the
one.
fun ideas that aren't just announcements. They, again, like the bear one, just like lead into some of these was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good. I'm seeing some Carson Hocevar touring Chicagoland Speedway was good.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought that was
I
good.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Ty Dillon, $1 Million Challenge trolling. I thought that was fun as well.
Yeah.
Getting involved on social. I will say some of my favorite moments, I think, talking about the federal antitrust lawsuit, NASCAR, is seeing Denny Hamlin's comments on social media or non-comments after they would have a session in court where he would just be like lip sealed or something like that. Like I thought that was fun. But I would say kind of along the lines of Carson Hocevar here. I really like when he started posting like the photos of like his garage and like his car and truck and like all the things that he just kind of acquired over the season.
Just the side quest that he's on
The
right
side
now.
quest.
Yeah.
Like it was just fun to watch all year long. And so for me, I think if any driver really took over social media for me this year, at least it was Carson Hocevar, for better or worse sometimes. But oh boy, I got to scroll down.
That's a good one.
Yes,
I like that
honestly,
one.
at the tail end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the moments. Austin Dillon being a wingman to William Byron.
Well, no, that's from the San Diego announcement.
Oh shoot, this was. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
San Diego.
No, that's good. That's good. No, but I will say though that oh yeah, because that wasn't even Sabrina Carpenter. That was Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, the Sydney Sweeney stuff this weekend was also hilarious with some of the drivers and Austin Dillon and all that stuff.
Imagine if he was on a quest to improve as a driver. God.
Man,
That's a beautiful quote.
That's a beautiful. You know what?
I do want him to buy the. I don't know.
that.
This is going to be a deep cut
Bring-
reference. I don't know if anyone else is perusing Facebook Marketplace as much as I am, but there's like a Richard Petty Buick lowrider that's been for sale
Oh,
and
no.
making the rounds, and I'm like, Carson Hocevar, buy it. Just
Buy
buy it.
If anyone out there has a Dale Earnhardt Sundrop gas station cooler for sale, I'm in the market for one. Just thought I'd put that
Everyone
out
keep
there.
that in
I feel like-
mind.
feel like that's a
Appreciate you,
wide
buddy.
net I'm going to cast.
That's okay. This is why we have a community. We built the
Yeah.
community so we can find things.
That's why I joined A2IO.
Specifically
We
for
just-
that.
we just thought that they were all looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Please hire me.
Hire me, please.
All
It's
right.
in Charlotte. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Moving on though, because I know we're way over time, and I know this, and that's okay. But let's go over to most improved. This could be any driver across any of NASCAR's top 3 series that we felt improved the most this year. I'll throw it to Buddy first.
Yeah.
Will we be surprised or not? Let's find out.
Well, he ran about 30. He ran about 3,000th place the entire first 10 races of the year, and then a light bulb went off, and SVG became competitive on ovals, and he continuously impressed. Mind you, he's run like 60 oval races in his entire life, and he is up there running in the top 10 on a week-to-week basis. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but you know where he's going. He won 5 races as a rookie. I'm sorry. Most improved driver, like, throughout the season.
That's fair.
Get effing ready, people.
Who else picked SVG for the sake of time? No. Okay. All right. Anyone for Ryan Priest here? Raise your hand. Ryan Priest. Okay. All right. So we got Ryan Priest. Dom.
As much as I hate to admit it.
I mean,
That's
he
a
made the championship 4 in his first year with his new team. Give me Briscoe.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say, like, I've thought of Briscoe, but the reason I didn't pick him, because I'm like, I don't know if it's, I kind of thought like most improved over the year 1 and 2. It's just like I didn't have any expectations for Chase Briscoe. I was like, we'll just see what he does, and if he does well, awesome. If not, awesome. He blew expectations kind of out of the water there. But no, I
Chase
think
Briscoe
Briscoe's
put
gonna be
all
big.
that work in. He put all that work in, and it didn't matter because Taylor didn't have an opinion.
So true.
You know, it's sometimes it's worse to just not have an opinion, and I was my worst self there. I'm really sorry.
I'll say something about Briscoe.
Yeah.
It's good to see because I knew he had potential from his Xfinity days.
Oh yeah.
Then he got thrown into kind of a really a sour situation. Or like there was really no investment after Harvick announced he was leaving. That okay, well, this is just going to be a team, and then sure enough, it became no team pretty quick.
Yeah.
Treading water and being able to land at a top, basically the top ride that was open after last season, and then being able to knocking it out like a Ryan Newman pull run every other week, it felt like, and then everything clicked in the summertime and was able to make it all the way to the championship 4.
Yeah.
That's huge. I'd almost change from Priest to Briscoe, but seeing what Priest was able to do as well, he had been mediocre at best in Cup his whole career, and seeing this year the glimpses of, oh man, this guy's really consistent.
Yeah,
we might be onto something for 2026, but that whole organization as well. I think this year was really one of those, all right, we're a 3-car team. Let's see how we can do. They did pretty good for a 3-car team. No wins, but they were consistently either in the top 10 or knocking on the top 10 door.
They don't get that Talladega penalty, there's a chance that they're fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is the most brutal thing.
Yes.
But no, they had a solid year. I'm seeing too Josh Berry, Wood Brothers kind of tandem here. I thought Wood Brothers Racing as a whole, I would say, yeah, most improved, just to be able to fight for like top 10s more consistently. I think is great. Obviously, they have that Penske partnership there. I like this answer too. John Hunter Nemechek and Legacy Motor Club. Yes, John Hunter Nemechek has some poor weekends, but overall, like more competitive this year. And I thought that was really positive.
The Motor Club as a whole was a lot better than last year.
Yes.
They were not a laughing stock.
No.
They took a step in the right direction.
They did.
Yep.
Yeah. More room for improvement, but step in the right direction.
I think with Jimmy not running as much, I think that actually has helped them.
He also moved back into the United States. He was like living overseas for a while. So
he was in London, I think.
He finished 3rd in the Daytona 500. Most improved driver, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. All right.
30th.
Speaking of most improved, let's talk about the drivers who were just them all season long. Best driver, MVP, maybe not even best driver, just somebody we're like, hey, this person was cool. I don't know. We'll rapid fire this for each of us. So you can pick from each series. You can pick just one driver. Dom, I'll start with you. MVP of the year.
Denny and Cup, Zilich Xfinity, Hyman Truck.
Boom.
I agree, 1,000%.
Yep, 100%.
An alignment. Ben, agree?
Hyman Trucks, Xfinity Zilich, Cup SVG.
Okay.
Oh man, I should have went with that.
Man.
I mean, yeah. Heim, Truck, Zilich, Xfinity, blind hat draw. It doesn't really matter in the Cup. I don't care.
It's all simulation.
SVG, I'll go with you, Ben.
We're in the Matrix.
Simulation.
SVG getting MVP.
Well, hell, he won 5 races in a rookie campaign. Nobody else
fair.
won that.
It's one of those those things to make a baseball metaphor. Yeah, sure, you're gonna step up to the plate and you're gonna strike out a lot, but by God, when you hit those dingers, they are gone out of this park. So
Bingo, thank you.
Facts. All right. Last award to give out this evening. Our favorite memory of the year, because we like to leave the sappy parts of the show towards the end. It's been a long year, a very long season. And we've all had really cool experiences this year. A lot of new, especially just with ATYL Media, this being our first year as an entity, which is really cool. So lots of good memories. I also want to hear in the chat for you all what your favorite memories were this year as well. But I'll start with Ben. Favorite memory for this year?
This is easy. It's the Charlotte Roval weekend and getting to see you all. I hadn't seen you all for about a year because I didn't come down for the 600. Getting to have Dom basically chauffeur me around for the weekend was great. Going to Tri-County with you, buddy, and sitting up till 3 a.m. basically, but getting to meet Downer Jr. and eat sheets with James Pike and Seth at 3 a.m. So exhausting. Yeah, Roval weekend, hands down, without a doubt.
Yeah, buddy.
Mine was Daniel Suarez winning Mexico. I was supposed to be in Mexico. Things didn't exactly pan out. Thank you to the U.S. government for that. But I was in Dominion Raceway watching one of my good friends, Minnie Tyrell, win in a race benefiting his own charity. But before he did that, I had to go hide behind a Jersey barrier in the middle of Dominion Raceway and cry my eyes out because mi amigo Daniel Suarez won his home race in Mexico City, and that anybody that knows me knows Daniel Suarez is a very special human being to me and my family, and that was by far the most special memory of 2026 or 5. What year are we in? 2025 for me.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
For sure. Sure. Dom.
I'm gonna take a curveball here. My first experience of NHRA.
Okay. Heck yeah.
The way that changed my entire outlook on that sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like it 180'd. I was there just to help ATYL Media, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Something to do this weekend. And I left there. Now I check the races every week. Every time they're running, I'm always tuning in to see what's going on because I can't get enough of that. The sound, the speed, the smell, the burning of the nitro in the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
And then to add on top of that, getting to watch Brittany Force break the world speed record at Charlotte. That was pretty freaking cool.
That was such a good time. Again, shout out to everyone over at NHRA that gave us that experience. Allie, Josh, all of them. It was the coolest thing ever. And it was really eye-opening for us that watch, cars, mostly go in circles or turn left and right. We've never really watched a series where, it's just drag racing, right? So it was a really cool experience. I love that was your moment of the year, memory of the year. That's awesome. Adam, what's yours?
Well, we started off agreeing on the same stuff. We're ending the show agreeing on the same stuff. Technically that was the first race I have worked for the media. So that was an experience in itself, just being able to see how a whole experience goes throughout an entire race weekend, and then just being literally immersed and baptized in nitromethane was an experience in itself. Whole new, not even just an appreciation, a whole new outlook, least everything. Just like NHRA is awesome. Y'all need to check it out if you haven't checked it out. There's one more race this season. It's the finals out in Pomona. It's next weekend. You guys need to tune in next Sunday. It is definitely worth watching. And if there is a drag race close to where you are next year, go to it. You will not be disappointed. Mm-hmm. And then an honorable mention for the ARCA truck race at Charlotte.
Always a good time.
That's all I'm going to leave it at that. The ones that were there remember. And
I don't remember that race. I don't know why.
Crazy.
Sitting out beneath the starry sun, or not the starry sun.
I was reading my Bible that night. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can
read.
A
night.
No, I can't read. I was with you people.
With NHRA as well. Have to mention here that Duke will actually be at that final race in Pomona in a partnership with NHRA, which is super cool. So we should have really cool content coming from that. Duke, obviously, his background is in drag racing, his family drag race. So it really, really cool stuff. Again, Nitro Nation on this platform here, talking to NHRA stars and things like that. So again, he will be up in Pomona. Really cool content, so make sure to keep up with that right here on ATYL Media. So I'm cheating again here. I can't just pick one thing. So for me, the year started off by covering the Daytona 500. I had no emotion going into that. I just treated it like work. And then the green flag flew and I bawled my eyes out, like, because I was just like, holy crap, like, you're here. Like, this is the dream. This is cool. So that was my like, oh shit, we've made it moment. I think the other thing for me, Rockingham was super cool. Obviously the 600 weekend was so fun. I had family come out and experience the race for the first time, and that was really cool. NHRA as well. Like, I did not expect to fall in love with the series the way I have, and just to have an appreciation for it. And I definitely have an appreciation for it. It's so cool. The community there is incredible too. Roval weekend again. That was my first weekend with motorsport.com. So that was like a really cool weekend to kind of hit the ground running. And also, of course, see all you people. Love you guys. And then I guess the other thing I wanted to mention too was my first Cars Tour race. That was the coolest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the coolest experience because every time, like, I talked about what I wanted to do in this industry when I was first starting out, it was always pit reporting. And James Pike gave me the opportunity to shadow him. And I was like, I freaking love this. Everything about it was just so fun. James was such a great mentor, great friend as well. And then just to kind of be ushered into like the world that Buddy's into, and just like the drivers there. Like, it was the coolest thing. Go to a Cars Tour race, you guys. Please.
And if I may
on my list for next year.
interject,
Please.
to promote something that's coming soon on the channel.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorite memories was this couple weeks ago at North Wilkesboro for the Cars Tour finale, where I had my very first exclusive sit-down interview with a professional racing driver in Connor Hall, driver for Junior Motorsports this year in the Cars Tour, and future plans to be announced for Connor, but you're going to be seeing a lot more of him soon. But we have an exclusive sit-down interview with Connor Hall coming to the channel next week, so look out for that.
Beautiful. Yeah, lots of good content, lots of good stuff. Your guys' favorite memories too. Adam in the chat said going to Talladega with my mom. Always good memories to like bring your parents to the track. Like, I always think it's so fun because they just kind of get to see your world, and it's again, Buddy, you know, you go to the track all the time with your mom. It's so special. It's so cool.
Literally have this sitting right next to me.
That's so cool.
Sweet.
Oh,
That's what it's all about.
gotta get my mom to a race again soon. She loved it.
Right. Blew it.
Taylor, we're making a movement for both of our moms to go to a race
We're
in 2026.
trying.
You hear that? You hear that, Mom? I know you're watching. You're coming to one of the races next year.
Oh, also,
Hell
I guess
or high water, you're going to one.
another good memory is my dad winning the IndyCar championship and also winning.
Bro, DHL's Chris Kitchen.
DHL
I love
Kitchen is
Chris.
a trailblazer.
Mr. Kitchen, if you're watching this, I love you, brother. I hope you're doing all right.
Dude just
You're a real one.
bro knows ball better than anyone else.
Yeah. That off season, we're gonna have to tell some stories during the off season on these live shows, y'all. SVG versus
Even
Connor
power.
Zilish in Chicago, Watkins Glen and Sonoma, and the Xfinity Series. Good memories there.
Chicago was nice.
Chicago was nice.
It was a great weekend.
The moment it became apparent Bristol Night Race was going to be chaos. Always great memories. Great memories. Oh my gosh, attending the Rolex 24. That I hope I'm sent out there in January. I am so hoping. I've always wanted to go. It just seems like it's such a cool experience, and everything I've heard, even like Andrea from Last Down Podcast, she was able to go, and she spoke so highly of the whole experience.
Greatest podcast in the world.
Greatest podcast in the world. I know we all have our own podcast here, but I will say Lapstown is so good. It is so good.
They paid me a lot of money to say that. So
All right. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. My goodness. Well, everyone, hopefully, you know, you had so many good memories that you made this year, and hopefully 2026, more great memories, new great memories will be made too. But one of my favorite memories too is having these live streams. They've all been so fun. And also having you all in the chat. It's been lovely this year. We're still going to do the live streams during the off season. We're going to move bi-weekly also, of course, skipping holiday weeks. So just be on the lookout for that. Of course, follow us on all of our social media platforms so you know when we are going live. We're going to do some maybe movie watch alongs, some gaming stream. So there's going to be a whole lot to look out for. New content as well. My review of the championship race is out. It was a live stream, so make sure to check that out. Nitro Nation, a new episode last night. Check out Buddy's episode of the Cars Tour Championship. Also had a really cool interview with Cindy Sisson of Women in Motorsports North America and Michael McDowell talking about their mission and efforts leading into their summit that they have next month. So look at that. And of course, John just came up with a video about the Brazilian Grand Prix that's coming up this weekend. So a whole lot of content on our platform. Make sure to tune into all of that. And of course, thank you to our partners again. We shout them out so many times during this stream, but to close it all out, NASCAR.shop, Benzik Designs, Go Locker Racing, On Brand, would not be possible to do this season without them, and very excited to continue with them in 2026 with a lot of exciting things. So stay tuned for that. 2026 is going to be bigger and better for us in year 2. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and we cannot wait to see you next time this offseason with some really fun, creative, and chaotic content as always. For myself and the entire team, thanks so much. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Spiders are our friends.